Hello everyone, welcome. Let's make sure that my audio's on and that things are good. Sorry for a little bit of delayed start. Just had a few things to check up on right before the stream started. Alright, we are here to look at the new hero, Nyrada? I hope that's how you're supposed to say it. I don't know. Apparently I always say things wrong. We are here to look good. Alright. My audio is on and working. Hello, hello. We're looking at the new hero, Nyrada, and they're interesting. So, I'm going to go over them in full, just in case anybody doesn't have them or hasn't looked yet. We have Revealing Presence. Illusions and summoned units take plus 50% damage from your attacks when you play a card with 3 cost or greater. One random illusion is revealed. Revealed illusions take plus 50% damage from all heroes. When illusion or summon dies, you get 1 energy. Apparently, currently, this only affects the Dream World boss fight, so this starting innate passive or trait is not really that useful, unfortunately. Outside of maybe the few summons that can go down, which Again, I don't know if that it actually was working. As I was testing it, I didn't really notice it. I mean, I was doing some other stuff, but let's get into other stuff. Curse Mirror. When damaged by when damaged by others, apply 1 Scourge and 6 Dark and gain 3 Vitality. So the gain on Vitality is nice so that she can at least be a little bit tanky. She does have extraordinarily low health. I think she's actually like up there with Cornelius for one of the lower health heroes in the game. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, actually, no, she has lower health than Cornelius. Kind of insane. That's, okay, I think she's actually the lowest health hero now. Wow. Yeah, didn't even realize that as I was testing her out. We have 1 little HP perk on her, making her at 59 health. It's good stuff. Was a team full of handsome characters. And how am I, Mr. Streamer? I'm doing well. How are you, Kevon? Alright. Going on to, yeah, Curse Mirror. So make sure to grab Vitality perks if we plan on using Curse Mirror. I don't really like the enchantments that require you to be damaged by others. They're just typically not a good game plan. If you block the damage, it doesn't count. If you evade the damage, it doesn't count. You have to physically take health damage, and with such low health, that feels really unintuitive. But we're going to be trying to make use of it today, so let's see how that goes. Other than that, we have Purifying Resonance. When a hero is dispelled, for each curse dispelled, recover 7 HP and 11 block and 11 shield. You do gain all the you do gain all these benefits when anything is dispelled by any hero on another hero, not on an enemy. That's a different thing. So this can proc fairly easily. This can actually make her relatively tanky early on. Playing a Dispel can give you a lot of health and a lot of block and shield back. This seems to be a better, more proactive enchantment in my book, though you do need stuff to Dispel, so it's not like the most proactive, it's just a little bit rough. Alright, you're kind of meh, not in a very good mood? Well, hopefully this stream brightens your day at least a little bit. We have Dark Mercy. When Dark explodes on an enemy, heal the most damaged hero for half the damage done. This heal does not gain bonuses. So this is kind of similar to Maluka's. I haven't tested it out yet, actually, in terms of Voodoo, which is when you apply Dark charges, heal the most damaged hero for that amount. Now, this works when any hero explodes the Dark, and should hopefully give us a decent heal. It's unfortunately not her innate, so we can't be relying on it too early for big heals. Velarion's gonna have to pull duty doing that, so it's gonna be a little bit rough. Her really good thing, though, is when you play a spell card, reduce the cost of the highest spell in your hand by 3 until discarded. Very similar to other heroes' discounts, but you can be kind of fun with it. You can play a 0-cost spell, for instance. Then you can play, I don't know, let's say Pulsing Heal. Why Pulsing Heal? Pulsing Heal costs 3 and triggers 3 times, right? So, or at least 3 times. Could cost 2. But if it costs 3, right, you're getting the full discount off of the benefit. Why would you want to do that? Well, maybe you have Golden Bell, or maybe you have Dream Harmony. You can attach this enchantment to any hero, and when they're overhealed, they gain 1 energy and 1 inspire. So this can turn your pulsing heal, if you have 2 spells in hand and the Dream Harmony, into a potentially 1 cost, give 4 energize and 4 inspire, which is a lot of work to do something that's like not too crazy, but I like it anyways. It's at least interesting. You do need to overheal them though, so like actually healing damage won't be good, interestingly. Kind of like the opposite of Big Bird in a way. Yeah, Revealing Presence hopefully will get buffed in the future here. Then we have on the thumbnail of the video, Nightmare Storm. Transform all curses into X-Stark. So I've been like struggling on how to figure out how to use Nyrada. Like, so one of the things that you want to do with her, right, is use Nightmare Storm to transform like all the bleed and poison and burn in the world into one giant massive dark explosion with Nightmare Storm. This doesn't come online until very late. This only works on 1 monster, so you ideally only want to do on a single target. And it does transform the curses, so the curses do all go away, all of them. I think that might include Scourge, if I'm not mistaken. Like, there's no way to stop Scourge from being purged or anything. We don't have that as a modifier. So I don't know when the Dark Explosion procs. I haven't tested that out yet. That's something that we're going to find out, but it'll be very awkward if like you try to Curse Mirror into Nightmare Storm and then the Scourge just doesn't apply to the damage. We'll have to see what happens there. Alright, lastly, we have when damaged by an enemy, apply 1 sleep. Ah, yes, finally we can apply sleep to monsters, and all that sleep immunity might actually matter. Although this is level 5, it's another when damaged thing. I honestly think for the point in this game, for the point in the game where this appears, and especially if you're playing at the highest madness levels where bosses just can't be stunned or slept anyways, I don't like this level 5. It's very, very mediocre. Having to be damaged is really not good, just generally. It's so hard to control whether an enemy damages you or not, and like when you're a squishy character like this, you generally don't want to be taking that much damage. And again, you can't block that damage, so very, very awkward. I think this needs a massive buff. I don't know. You could probably, since it's a level 5, you probably could do like every turn sleep a random enemy or something like that. That would probably be fine. At level 5, you can have crazy perks. Because, like, you look at Dark Overflow, and it's not, like, that crazy, but it's way, way better in terms of being proactive in a fight. Dark Explosions deal 1 additional shadow damage per charge, so it just doubles your shadow damage, or your Dark Explosion damage, which is great. Like, you're not going to be upset about that. On test build Scourge, you transform still applied the percent multiplier increase. Okay, well, good to know. Then yeah, I guess hopefully you still get the multiplier increase, and that's all good. So yeah, I was putting together like a dark team, or I was thinking like maybe the like passive team to do a bunch of damage. There's another idea where we lean heavy into poison, and we do like a poison bleed burn team. How we fit all those into one. Well, Velarion can do burning and bleeding with Leech and being a fire mage. Then I would like to do Bernard for poison, right? But like Bernard's a little bit awkward to do. It's not too awkward. I mean, Rust isn't that bad, and then apply 1 poison. You just don't want to play Saltwater is the thing. So like we're not going to be making most use out of like poison damage in particular, but maybe that's fine. So yeah, maybe we do Bernard poison with Velarion, and then we try to just stack that real high. And then maybe we play Navalea. I don't know. Velarion, Navalea, Bernard sounds like a real rough team to try to get working, but maybe it's possible. This team also is rough. You'll note that we don't have speed. So this is going to be a little bit complicated. But yeah, that's all of her perks. We do have also 1 new item. in Reverie, it's a pet. Sorry, pets aren't items. This is a new pet. It gives you plus 5% on Dark and Mind resist. Cast Reverie's Gift. Damaging hero cards, deal 5. Apply to Dark. Last one use. And keep in mind, these are enchantments that could apply to a random hero. So even if you buy this on a specific hero, it doesn't necessarily apply to them. And then you have Dream Cocoon. So if they have less than 50% HP, because if they have over, you get Dark Spike. If they have less, they get Dream Cocoon. When they're damaged by others, apply 1 sleep. This at least could theoretically be useful. Again, like trying to figure out when your character with Reverie needs to go and then having to use Taunt in order to use the Reverie. I don't know. I find this very, very awkward. It could be strong. I mean, stun early is good. So maybe it's worth the hassle. But this is a huge expense. Epic pets are quite a lot. Usually, like, you have to be real good and game changing or like run defining if you wanted to be bought as a pet. And you're epic or above. Lychee's one of those like way overcosted pets. I suspect Reverie is maybe a little overcosted or maybe just needs a little bit of an ability change to make it less random, like it lets you cast these cards and like actually target a hero. That would be ideal. So that's going to be not my take on those. In any case, I am excited to try it out today. We don't have too much time. I'm only going to be on for about another 2 hours and 40 minutes here, as I have other plans tonight. Got a little bit of a late start, but I wanted to rank Nyrada up to 44 before we got started, because her starting Nightmare Storm being 0.545 curses into Dark is not as exciting. So yeah, maybe there's a weird, interesting poison build we could try. For now, I think I'm going to go Cursed Mirror into Dark Mercy, into Nightmare Storm, into Dark Overflow. We're going to allow Chill to build up on enemies, and eventually we'll use all the Chill to do one big Dark Explosion. And that's about it. If we get other statuses applied, then we'll be happy to see them. If not, this is kind of just a standard Zek go blow him up team. And that's fine. She is, again, a mage healer, so just like Velarion here, she's going to be very good at support. I'm excited to give it a shot. How do you feel about her starting deck? Oh, yeah, sorry, I didn't even go over her starting deck. Thank you, GC Hero. I'm sorry. Thank you. So, Shadowbound, totally not an originally level 4 card enchantment that was replaced with her Nightmare Storm here, because Nightmare Storm was a really strong base card to have. I think her starting deck is really good with support cards. I highly value Dispel Magic early on. Dispel Magic can be very good for support. Fortune Telling is a very good support card as well. Flash Heal's one of the better heals in the game. Not necessarily for her, but it's good for proccing heals. Like, there's a lot of interesting things you could do with Flash Heal, though I don't think she's like the best at using it. Like, unlike with Reginald, where you can like level up and have a Flash Heal cost essentially 0 energy, she doesn't get to do that and draw you a card where like you upgrade this. Shadowbound, on the other hand, this is fun. So minus 15% shadow resist. You apply this to a monster. For each curse charge suffered, suffer 1 dark, last 7 uses, so we should be able to apply a lot of dark very quickly. It's in her starting deck. I'm counting on this to do something for us. I don't want to use it up with Curse of Elements or Curse of Agnes. I don't think these are good cards. I never have thought these are good cards. I don't think I've ever once bought these cards in game. I like, not even as I was learning the game did I ever want to use these cards. Like, I wanted to use them, sorry. I just don't think I ever did. So that should tell you how I feel about at least those. I like Malicious Eye, though. It at least is a decent, like, low cost damage card. I think Decay is going to be better than Poison, since you can very easily use Condemnation. Yeah, I mean, we're going to have Curse of Decay for sure. So that's going to be good. It used to be her innate. I ran Dark Mercy, Healer Nav, and it was Sharpened Psi Realm. Ah, used to be. Wait, which used to be her innate? Hold up. The Nightmare Storm? Dark Mercy, Healer Nav. Dark Mercy, Healer Nav. Don't even know what that is. Looks like we got a good seed, though. We can go any direction we want. Lost Sheep, Honest Work, Eldritch Rift. Not like we don't have an extra battle down here, but that's pretty okay. We do want the ring, the Moon Ritual. That's pretty important to us. Don't have a lot of gold. Didn't plan on doing too many divinations. We do have a mixed salad, so it's always a strong start. I'll have to figure out if we can outspeed some enemies here. Unless they changed it, Harmony works with Vampirism and Sanctify too. Harmony. Dream Harmony? Gotcha. Yeah, Dream Harmony is cool. I mean, Dream Harmony at this stage is, I think, a good thing to have. I think it's fun. You can do fun shenanigans with like Pulsing Heal or, as you mentioned, just other like casual heals that you end up getting. Overhealing is a fun mechanic to work with. I actually just wish most things that procced off of healing a hero also procced off of overhealing. That's just my take on basically all of those. They should all just proc off of overhealing. But yeah. Cool. It calculates Scourge first. Okay, I think Voodoo might just be a bit behind. In any case. Alright, yeah. 2 fortune telling. It's a good starting deck. She's going to be good for supporting Zek here, in the very least. We have a lot of energy we could have to start with. Now, one thing that this team does not have is speed. We are slow, and that is going to cause us numerous problems. I think a leather boots is good here. Seems very prudent. I think potentially Mimi is going to be very good here. Early on. I like it. Buy leather boots. 18 speed is a lot better. It's a lot better than 14 speed. Or, sorry, 17 speed. There's a lot of monsters at 18 speed. 19 speed is way better than 18 speed, though. If you learned anything, it's that higher numbers are better. Alright, we're going to check out the divinations at least. I don't know if they're particularly good. Well... Huh. They're not bad. These aren't bad divinations. Okay. This is something to think about at the very least. Like, we could maybe think about taking that. Oh, I didn't take the life tap. I meant to take the life tap. It's okay. We'll be going back to that. That's pretty okay. Upgraded Dark Fortune, or Fortune Telling, not bad. Upgraded Dark Ritual, I like. I do like Transmission as well. Not sure it's worth what we'd be paying for it, though. Might as well check out the Fast Divination, though I'm pretty sure I'm buying Mixed Salad Bowl. I just prefer the guaranteed value buy. Curse of Fragility is a fun item. Helping Hand is okay. Okay, we're gonna quick load. We're running tests here. We gotta figure out what we're actually gonna do. I'm worried that my team's gonna die very, very quickly. And I'm hoping that doesn't happen. Also, we don't get the chance to do a fun leechy buy here, where we get to explode the whole team early. No Bloodletter's Blade. We'll be taking a look at early item shops, and in case we can get a Bloodletters, tends to be what I prefer with Velarion. Who deserves the mixed salad? It really depends on who you think is actually going to go first. Navalea is likely just going to get slowed and hit by somebody else and not be able to go first. That's my guess. We have a bunch of shards. I do like shards. We have our full resistances though, right? Yeah. Here, I'll do a quick scan over the perks. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm not going to go over them in too much detail, but suffice to say, we have a lot of people applying dark. We have resistances on a lot of our heroes. We have dark explosions are increased, and yeah, that's about it. Just dark, decay dark. Probably don't need this. I don't know, we could do like insane charge damage, but it's probably not going to be too much. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I think Mixed Salad Bowl is very worth it. I did like our first divination, I'll be honest. It looked pretty good. What if the fast divination was good though? What if this was like just as good? It's really not. That's really not good at all. That's quite bad actually. Alright, well, what if the second fast one was really worth it? No, it wasn't. Okay. So we could go off the assumption that we don't want to do that. In that case, let's do the basic. It was good basic. It's good enough anyways. Then I don't know. We save some gold. You know what? Let's check out our outside shop too. Might as well. Also, if the volume needs to be turned up, let me know. Okay, we are saving that 272 gold because this emerald necklace might just save us. Holy crap. Okay. Knowing that we're going to have 20 speed on Navalea is huge. This is why we checked that shop. All right. That's great. I can plan around that. That's a potentially we don't have to reset the run sort of save there. Okay, I think our healing is going to be very important. We want Arcane Drain. We do have the Vampirism perks. So, explodes at 18, applies chill to enemies instead of bleed. It's going to be very good for us. We have Vitalizing to remove. We have so many cards to remove. It's so weird not having a lot of divinations, but I kind of like it. I feel like it's a better look at the hero and everything individually. Right. Lots of dark to apply early. We got some decent stuff. I'm going to grab an upgraded dark below. It's not too expensive. It's pretty good for us. We want Helping Hand, and we're going to be healing off of Arcane Drain for the most part. Like, it's just kind of drain all the way. Yeah, I think everybody's going to be getting a little bit of drain. We don't have anything else going for us. So, I just have to. It's mandatory. The sad thing is we're going to be getting rid of that ring on Navalea very early on, but it's worth doing. Do we have slow on her? We must have slow on her. Yeah, of course. I thought this through. The reason I'm unsure is because I checked out earlier perks. Should I buy a Shock Nova? Shock Nova is usually pretty good. Yeah. I took earlier perks from another run that I did for Navalea. I just took one of the dark perks, so I wasn't sure what I had on, but this is correct. Another Arcane Drain wouldn't be bad. I see, yes, we want to upgrade this. We just want to get it upgraded as fast as possible. And then we can give Inspire. All the good Inspires. All the good Energize. That Dark Blow being upgraded really stands out now, doesn't it? Looks real bad. But we have double life tap, so this should be fine. And we should be safe to use the double life tap as well, as long as we're going relatively quick. I think the other thing I'm supposed to get here is speed, right? Almost certainly we're supposed to get speed on Velarion. As well, we have the fast perk set up on him, so he can speed up the rest of the team. So, yeah. Let's make sure we handle that first. That's pretty important to do. We might actually just be able to do double scroll speed, right? Because we're both 14 speed, so the only thing that we have to worry about is a squirrel. And hopefully we don't encounter those. I think those are a myth. Squirrels don't exist in real life. Or across the obelisk. That's a myth. Alright, transforming dark into fire. I don't think there's ever a world in which I really want to do. You're all good, Voodoo. We love some upgraded Dark Blows. Yeah, I thought you might be a fan of that, Kevon. I was hoping. But I appreciate your commentary nonetheless. Alright. As for Nyrada, we also probably want Energize. This is going to be like a weird Energize Blessed team. Like, we're going to be both slow and awkward. We're going to be the worst of both worlds. That's what I'm trying to say. Basically we suck. This will be interesting. Yeah, elemental proper Eve is actually the juice. Yeah, like Curse of Elements. You're talking about the proliferate Eve on Curse of Elements. Yeah, like it's cool. I don't think it's actually good though, but it's fun. I get where you're coming from. Like I don't disagree that it's cool. And I think it's worth doing. But I don't know if it's actually like the most worth doing. No, proliferate to feed Nightmare Storm? Ah, okay, that makes a lot of sense, yeah. I was thinking about that. Yeah, like my take was I want to try Poison out afterwards. I'm going to just try to see how this Dark team feels. Keep in mind, this is very much just a rough test. I'm learning here, and I'm going to make mistakes, and that's what I want to do. I'm actually excited to try out a new hero. Just put my brain at work. I think upgrading fortune telling usually pretty worthwhile. I don't hate having 2 fortune tellings. I mean, we get to start with them, right? Might as well keep them. Dispel magic, like I said, is a pretty good dispel thing. Zek probably needs a proper starting deck. Tend to be okay with Malicious Side, though it's a little bit sketchy. It applies a lot of dark to us very quickly. That's the only thing that applies dark for cheap. So we do it. We do it, and it's good. And Shadow Bolt is not. Alright. Goodbye, Shadow Bolt. Dark Pact. Those are usable. I like Curse of Exhaustions. They are curses. We're going to be going the Curse Path Zek. With Cursomancy, Putrefaction, Infestation, Absolute Darkness. All the good Darkness Explosion stuff. Dark Explode should happen early. We don't have any heal perks, so these flash heals, not very meaningful for us. Anemic Chill, right? I keep forgetting this is a Cleric card, not a Mage card. It's a bit unfortunate. Been much better if Zek could have that. Okay. Yeah, 600 stacks for free. Yeah, I was like, yeah, I haven't like done Elemental Proliferation Evelyn in like a real sense. I've always just, the problem with like Elemental Proliferation Evelyn is that you really have to like build into it and not accidentally kill the entire enemy team. Which I've had a hard time doing, genuinely. With 4 Dark Mages, there's no way we don't play Endless Abyss at some point, right? Yeah, we're definitely playing Endless Abyss at some point. That sounds fun. Any pathing idea, or are we freestyling? We're freestyling everything. This is not a thought-through stream. I apologize if that's what you wanted, but this is a, for anyone, that is. This is definitely just a learning stream. We're figuring things out. I did a test run earlier today of being support Nyrada. It went well. I had a fun time. I did carry Nezglect. It was cool. Ran into some bugs at the very end with the count. So, it was fun. Also, I think Vampirism might be more explosion since it auto-procs Dream Harmony. Yes, yeah, so that was one of the things I was thinking about. Right, like the energy with Shadowbound here, if we just proc a bunch of Leech on an enemy, it's going to do Leech twice and get huge Dark Explosions going. So that's a plan. I don't know if it's a good plan, but it's a plan. We probably also want Inspire here. We probably have too much Inspire, honestly, but we have a bunch of useless cards that we don't care about playing. So, it's fine. Yeah, we're going to do another Arcane Drain. Arcane Drain is just huge here. Zek, again, is going to win slowly. And that's okay. And we accept this. Yeah, the problem with mages is like they have all expensive dark application. Oh, we need someone to run Curse of Decay. Curse of Decay is an important part of this build. Who is going to run that? So you might think, hey, run Curse of Decay on Nyrada because she's going to get like the discount later. And that is true, and we might end up doing that, but I don't know that she's actually going to be our Curse of Decay user long term. Zek, I've never had a problem running Curse of Decay on them. I like it, even though they're also our damage dealer. We're going weirdly slow, so it's not going to be perfect. Curse of Blood, I don't know, maybe Curse of Blood is like better than Curse of Fragility, but that expense, this is so expensive. How can you justify it? Can't fight bugged? Haha, nice joke. Yeah, right. Zek can make it cheaper as well. Yeah, Zek eventually makes it cheaper. I like it all around. Speaking of which, do I have the perks set up for that? No, I had it on Velarion. I guess I had Velarion taking the Curse of Decay earlier, which also makes sense to me. But we'll just change that around. The other one, Velarion, must have done it. I could see that too. We start with life tap, right? We have some energy to spare, but I think we want him doing Arcane Drain as much as possible. So ideally we don't have to do that. Now, is there any like defensive card that we're worried about? I mean, I'm kind of worried about everything. Our HP situation on Nyrada is so low. She just has such a low base. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt, and there's nothing I can do about it. Okay, and we can take away probably Shadow Bolt. Don't hate Drain Life. Drain Life is okay. Shadow Bolt's also fine. I don't dislike Dark Pack. Dark Pack is fine. As far as Dark goes, there's also the, what is it called? Necrotic Burst. Yes. I do enjoy Necrotic Burst. I don't think it's like that good, but like, it's dark early, right? We don't want to play these dark rituals. Like, and I just need something cheap to fill out the deck that is more useful than this. That's what I'm looking for. It doesn't have to be good. It just has to be not the worst. We can upgrade these Curse of Exhaustions too. I like having Curse of Exhaustion upgraded early on. There's a reason we have the slow perk on Zek. It is Curse of Exhaustion. It tends to just be a little bit of an early game saver. So, gonna be trying that. Don't want to upgrade all three. Sure, I don't mind. I'm sure I'm forgetting something critical. Let's see, 2 Scrolls of Speed. We have a Life Tap on Velarion. This deck sucks. What am I doing in this deck? I guess we could do Transmission, right? Transmission is a thing that we have for multiple people. Yeah, this makes sense. Buy a Transmission here. I normally do something else on Velarion. Hello, so I'm going to be lurking and have you muted from most of your stream, but wish you best of luck. Hey, no worries. I do that too sometimes. I hope you have a wonderful day. In before he forgets about Pestilence. Hey, oh my gosh. You're right, I did forget about Pestilence. Wow, it's really worth upgrading too. Well. We'll find a free upgrade, surely. Surely we're getting a free upgrade. Now, how many of these dark packs am I really going to be able to play, right? Like, probably not a lot. This is like really worth upgrading, huh? I like how you were in before I forgot about it, but like I didn't see it until after the fact. So does that really count? Does that count? We'll find out. Curse of Elements gets to go away. We have Benediction, so we have some mild scaling. That's right, because we're mostly Dark Explosion. We don't worry about our scaling too much. It's just the Dark Explosion. Though we don't have Maluka, so it's less Dark Explosion than usual. Which is maybe kind of bad. Maybe kind of alright. Probably would be good to buy an Arcane Drain on Navalea as well. We have it on 2 heroes. That's not the worst. 1 scroll speed here, speed, speed, speed. We do want to draw a Piercing Howl or Shock Nova if we can on our first turn. That's going to let us take speed control even more. Or transmission. Yeah, this is kind of just a go wild, throw stuff at the wall, hope it works. Okay. Yeah, well, we're definitely getting rid of something expensive for that Pestilence. Gosh, Pestilence is so good, and we have a very bad version of it. I feel bad about it, but what can you do? 1.33 as a cost on your deck. That's real expensive. Navalea also has a very expensive deck, but it's less bad. So it's pretty fine. Hey, not sure you need the 2 dark packs? Hey, you know what? That's a fair point. I don't need the 2 dark packs. I don't need a lot of the cards in Zek's deck, so I've kept them because we don't have that much money. And whose fault is that? Mine. But we're also running resistances, so we shouldn't be in too bad of shape regardless. Could be worth upgrading this other Dispel Magic. Having 1 upgraded, 1 regular tends to be fine. It doesn't hurt to have buffer sometimes as well. Having extra buffer charges. I had Maluka last time I ran this. I doubt I had buffer charges there. These flash heals are utter garbage. I don't think there's a way I can do this better though. So yeah, I think we just go for dark. Dark on, I don't know, somebody, anybody. Anybody could have dark application if we don't have enough to buy it. Malicious Eye, I mean, maybe Malicious Eye on Velarion, legitimately not bad. Given what we're trying to play here. We don't hate that. Oh, Vampiric Frenzy is also going to be kind of useless. We don't have bleed on enemies, do we? Well, this is going to be a run of all time, that's for sure. Let's get out there into the world and see how bad we did. Now, what I do know is that Navalea gets a good ring. At least for the foreseeable future, until we get to the Dryad, and then she gets a better ring. Am I going to go for the high profit Betty route? Or am I going to go for the honest work route? It is nice having level ups early. Our level ups in particular will be pretty alright. I mean, we like Cursomancy, we like Life Surge, we like Shadow Imbuement. None of them are like needed. Curse Mirror, maybe that keeps us alive. So leveling up early does seem like a good idea here. I like Honest Work as well. Getting extra energy on everybody on a very energy heavy team doesn't hurt. Let's go up. Isn't Black Karma a really good dark application for the energy cost? It is. It's just an expensive card to actually buy. For some reason, it's uncommon. So typically won't be buying it. Okay, so let's test our theory on whether Life Tap can be played or not. So we have our Shock Nova here. We have full speed control, which is really nice. Okay. And we will maintain a good amount of speed control for a little while here. We can use an Arcane Drain, but should we? I think we should. It's good not having the farmer go multiple times in a row. Farmers are the enemy. At least in this game. Not in real life. In real life, farmers are great. Zek has a very expensive deck. Okay, we have Curse of Decay, but I don't think this is the fight for it. We have Dark Pact. We can play a Dark Pact. The heals aren't bad. And then we want to get some stuff into the discard pile, right? So maybe this is even better. Discard what we can. And then Benediction or Transmission on the rat here. Let's go for the Dark Explosion Hope. And the goal of this team, really, all it wants to do is wipe out at least one enemy. That's it. That's all we have to do. Just an enemy. It doesn't have to be too crazy here. This is interesting. Are you doing significant damage? Curse of Shadows. Okay, we can Curse of Shadows the sheep. So we got an enemy down. Wish granted. And then either way, these aren't adding to our discard pile. But if we can take out a spider, that'd be great. Okay, huge damage there. And looks like we can't quite take out a spider. No, we can. What am I doing? What am I saying? I'm wrong. Alright. So we took out 2 enemies. We're fine. And then we just draw Arcane Drain next turn. And we're okay. The Purge 2 sucks, but we're fast, so everything's good. Yeah, 1 energy for 7 Dark Base is nice. I don't know that it's actually that much, is it? It might be. Yeah. Yeah, it's 1 energy for 5 dark. If you have all the dark charges. Like it's... Yeah, 7 dark is really good. We took a lot of damage. I don't know if you noticed this. But, we nearly died. So we'll have to be a little bit careful. Maybe this is a little bit too overkill. Can apply more leech. Okay, so yeah, we need to apply leech here. Don't necessarily want to do it with Velarion, but we kind of have to. Alright. I really wanted to draw that Arcane Drain. I think the game knew that I wanted to draw it, and thus said nay. You do not get to. Don't want the most expensive cards. Don't hate getting rid of the dark now. We'll save energy for Arcane Drain to be even higher in the future. Zek never really has a problem healing. And now we see if I can actually destroy a unit here. We can do this. And we can probably Curse Decay, that's fine. Alright, good enough. Probably Arcane Drain in the next fight as well early on. So, is there anything I like here? Not really. I like Bookworm. I don't hate Shifting Scroll, but we don't really have a good use for it right now. How do you say? I think it's gonna fail miserably, but in a nice way. Can you say that in a nice way? I like Bookworm a lot. I would like to take a Bookworm, but can I afford to take it right now? It's a little bit difficult. We don't want to take too much trash. We can afford a little bit, but it's a little risky as well. We'll offer our help. Then we see what we get. Okay, remove 2 cards. Now, if we end up dying, this could be good, though. We're more likely to end up dying with Living Forest. Now, this wolf is why we want to have 20 speed. The 20 speed is so good for us. I think we just don't do this fight. Or, sorry, do this Corruptor. Don't do this fight. That's not an option. But we could choose not to do this Corruptor. That's fine. Okay, we got that again. We have the speed up. Everybody's going to be slowed. We have multiple turns here. We don't want to take too much trash. Trash. Correct. That is something I would say. This does 0 damage. Alright, well. Can I heal myself slightly? No. Heal yourself for 100% of the damage done. 0 healing. Because heal is -3 even on the healing done there. That hurts. Okay. Well. We'll just pump Zek up for an excellent turn. I mean, that's what this deck is all about. Now, we have a lot of shackles we probably have to contend with here, so this isn't going to be the best turn. Also, we don't have a lot of dark right now. Maluka is usually the other piece of the puzzle here. And can this go well? Probably. Am I Curse of Shadowing? Am I Black Deathing for damage? Or am I just not worrying about the damage that much? I guess if I'm going to Curse of Shadows, it's likely going to be you. We can do a double there. Okay. That works. I can knock it out with the first hit of the Black Death. Dark Pact can be here. We have to be really careful about our next Dark Pact. We're going to draw Dispel, so it's not the end of the world if I do Dark Pact here, unless we draw like one more Dark in the future. Everything is going to slow us down, so there's no real priority target here. These don't go into the discard, so no order problems. Dang, didn't get the corn. Really wanted the corn. Didn't get to resist the shackles either. Okay, no shackles. Okay, we're good. Whew, crisis averted. Here, you can have some bleed. Enjoy it. We don't have anything to do here. Do I want to have a bounce around target? I don't know that I care. I might actually care, I just don't know. That's a genuine, like, could be that I should care. Let's just do Dark Arcane Drain for as much as possible. We might as well hit more Dark here. And then we did get our Dispel. Look at that. All is good in the world. Okay. Then we just have to hit some amount of Dark on the enemy. And we'll likely be fine, so I'm probably... We could do another Arcane Drain. You know what? Why not? For the road. Heal back up to full, right? See how that goes? We might not win here, which means it could be a mistake, but... Alright, well, on second thought, I could have done that math. Do we have another Arcane Drain coming? We do. We're due. We're fine. We're just stalling for stalling's sake. You know, everybody likes a good stall. Pretty sure that's what people say. I'm going to do this for 4. I'm going to do a little bit of damage. Hey, we can get the oh, we're doing this to showcase Shadowbound and how cool it is. That's why we're doing this. Beautiful. Huge dark explosions. Actually, that was really big because yeah, we lowered their shadow resistance by 15%, which is fairly meaningful. There's a prismatic field. It's not really the way we're doing damage. Scries are good. You know, Scry is one of those cards that I forgot existed until just now, and I'm like, that's a good card. I should have more of those. How did I forget that existed? Great question. Do you think we're just gonna hit that 6 or higher? I did just save the game. We're just gonna roll back in case. Yeah. We're gonna have a real sad time entering this hatch. Oh boy. 3 fails. You hate to see that. But, we get to capture a pig, and then we'll throw it in a pit later. And that'll make us happy. Alright, we did draw enough Inspire, so that's good. I don't actually want to take out an enemy that fast, like, no real reason. 3 fails only? You lucky? Oh my gosh. Damn, I need that quick save / load mod. Yeah. Yeah. You can back up your saves manually. It's what I did previously. before this mod. But yeah, I agree. You should get it. It's great. It feels very nice to have. Alright, fortune telling Zek. Get rid of all of these things. Pestilence seems good. Eye curse. I don't know. Do we take out pigs turn 1? It's the true test of a build, right? No, we didn't draw Black Death, so almost certainly not. Almost certainly not. But we could give it a shot. Nah, we don't get there. Dang. So close, though. Very close. Okay, they did, like, next to no damage. We're good with this. I'm liking this constant dispelling of dark. Feels very fun. Oh, shoot! I won the fight too fast. Whoops. Well, that's fine. Shouldn't matter, right? Surely that won't come back to bite us. 4 speed on her. Could be okay. Hallucination, not so much. Curse of Agony. I mean, this just isn't... Even at purple, it's not good. It's not the curse for us. Even on Zek. Even at purple. Whoa! What is this? An epic melancholy with money involved. And 2 farmers? An immune to chill farmer? Oh no. Oh, what am I doing? Let's try it. If we can do this, we can do anything. The all resistances plus 10% really sucks. Excuse me, where's my good cards? Alright, you know what? We can try to take out at least a farmer real quick. Navalea, time to go into turbo drive. Mods are actually mandatory in getting the leaderboard. Oh yeah, I mean, that's actually pretty true. Like, technically no, but effectively yes. I'm surprised that mods were allowed for runs that make it onto leaderboards. Yeah. Kind of just a thing that was the case. But hey, you know what? As long as everybody's cool with it, it's not so bad. Dang, this is a really bad start. Keep looking at that hand, hoping it gets better the longer I stare at it, but that's not how it works. So, Curse of Decay, maybe? Maybe not any of these. We need draw. We don't have the high energy that we had that one time. Remember that one time where we had a decent amount of energy? That was cool. I liked that. Good times. Dispel 3 on all monsters. We definitely don't want to let that farmer go. This one needs to die. Okay, we can Dark Pact him. Not enough. I was worried about that. I was worried about that. Okay, we actually did get him. That's something. And we'll slow down the wolf as well, and hopefully they aren't slowing us this turn. That would be ideal. Okay, they aren't slowing us, but they did speed up, so they will slow us next turn. And we got shackled on Navalea, so life is pain now. Yeah, Navalea might just die. Seems realistic. Oh, come on, repeat corn. I was about to, like, survive with a Velarion. I guess I went too ham on her first turn, dealing damage to herself. You could argue that's the case. Alright. Like, that's such a nice character card. Yeah, to be fair, aside from those mathematically impossible scores, then top scores would still be on top. That's also true. There are those mathematically impossible scores that people have on top of the leaderboard, which also sucks. I don't think I'm going to play these sads. I think I want the energy for next turn. And if we have to redo this fight, we have to redo it. It's a good amount of damage. I mean, I'm hoping we can... Oh, we can't really get a good necrotic burst in. There we go. We can remove his speed. Do a little bit here. Removing your speed wasn't enough to put us ahead? What the heck? Oh, fortunately for us, they don't do anything. Just need to play it for 3. We're okay with a bless here. Might just bless again and hope for the win. Kind of not down to play this Arcane Drain. Pestilence. This might actually do it. Yeah, I did it quite well. We don't actually get there, though. You're one dark shy. Can't believe we're actually doing Melancholy. We do get a lot of money off of this. I think I could do this fight without dying as well. For what it's worth. But hey, money's good. Ooh, Purple Scry. We like Purple Scry. Detoxify? Maybe. That's definitely an option. They really wanted me to go Fire Navalea on this run. That's like the 3rd Ember Storm I've seen. The Impulsible scores not get removed, or the leaderboards just periodically reset. I don't think they get touched at all. The only thing that happens is that a new high score becomes possible later on, usually. By the DLCs and additions and madness levels. Detox. Detox? It's fine, but not right now. Like, it's not really what I want to be playing. The real question is, like, do I need it in a pinch? Maybe. Anyways, we get money. I like money. Throw a pig into a pit. And then we hope for card removes later. Specialist with the ritual. Let me help you. Now, let's do the fight. I forget what helping them does. I think it just skips the fight, though. Not yet. The top feasible known score has been calculated already. There's no valid explanation for those scores above who actually do high score, where the limit is. Yeah. Cabby talked a lot about it during the high score run. But, yeah. Cabby has calculated what is possible, because it is known. Yeah, that's right. We just need to not play Vengeance on that fight, and then we probably live. I just remembered what got us in trouble there. That's really funny. Okay. Don't need to spell early. Ooh, I don't hate these options early. Maybe this. Some dark overall. Okay. Shadowbound. I don't know what this guy's doing, but he might be doing the one that like kills Navalea, so let's try to see if we can stop him from doing that. Black Death early, that's good. These are fine. I thought the negative cards couldn't be removed on High Madness. Sorry, just getting back into the game after about a year, so my knowledge could be quite out of date. After a year. Has it already been a year since we've had Madness 18? They can no longer be removed in starting towns. Or sorry, in any towns. So they did an update where you can now remove them outside of towns. A la Corruptor. So that's our plan. A very good change for just, I think, anyone who plays this game somewhat casually. Sorry, casually at like Madness 18. I don't know why that's like a specific niche, but I'm very happy they made that change. Does this just like win? Not quite. Didn't quite get us there. I should probably like calculate how much damage I'm dealing or need to deal. I've not done this like Belfior without Maluka, so I'm a little bit worried. If we just do the damage there, we're fine, right? Okay. And then I have to Black Death anyways later. So maybe we want to take them out? Okay, if that one's not summoning an imp. Well, if you're not summoning an imp, who is? Is it you? Are you the imp summoner? The truth is, I'll never know. Dang. Okay. Should survive still. I say that as long as I don't get randomly targeted. God, why does she have the lowest health of any hero in the game? Does anybody know the answer to that? I'm genuinely curious why that ended up being the case. Feels weird. Why not? Because she's, I don't know, not like a pure mage. She has like a not real starting passive. I think she's one of the weakest characters they've introduced in a long while. We didn't draw our arcane drains. I was really counting on that. Oh no. Really shouldn't have let Navalea die in that first fight. Dang. Yeah, we didn't bring Rain either. Rain probably really matters a lot. Oh, wait, I didn't mean to... Wait, can we just, That'll fight. That went wrong. Let's just quick load that. I don't want to do the fight like that. Let's do it slightly better. Believe me, these are all things I write in dissertations. She's a healer that is proficient in the way of the mage. Her HP at least. Yeah, right? Like, that is what it feels like. Okay. So... I would like to not die. How can we do that? Can focus damage here, just a little bit. I think we need to maybe look for a heal, right? That could be a big way to get out of this. Right, like it was good to have the damage dealing. But maybe we need to look for something a little bit stronger. Or maybe we have to not fortune-telling Zek, but instead fortune-telling our boy Velarion over here. Yeah, that could be the case. Okay. Now we didn't get quite as pumped up on this Zek turn. Quite intentionally so, but hopefully we can do a little bit better. Uh-oh. It's looking kind of tight. Are we still running into the same problem? Yeah, I should see if I can do more damage, shouldn't I? Let's say we took out the enemy that's doing like the most, right? Is this just gonna be the same death? No, we fortune-telling Velarion, so now we shouldn't die immediately with Nyrada. Yeah. I'm glad I don't have reins. That's a thing that I definitely chose to have happen. That's one hero down, or sorry, one enemy down, not hero. We're the heroes. They're the enemies. They're bad. Okay, we did get our Arcane Drain. I was really worried there for just a brief second. But it did come through. We maybe just want to like full send this Arcane Drain. Yeah, I feel like a full send of the Arcane Drain seems good. We need just real big heals. Don't know that I want to play too many dark packs. I do want to do just a little bit more damage here. Pestilence is good. We could probably just do an Arcane Drain for 3, right? That seems solid to me. Heal up even more. Zek doesn't need to take any damage. Zek's a good boy. Zek can get this Pestilence going. Okay, we got the Dark over there. I have a Dark Pact here. Doesn't quite get the damage that we needed it to have. Do I want to shift focus at all? Yes and no. We can slow them by 3. I guess that's worth doing. They're not going to heal too much more. We have another Arcane Drain in the deck. We might as well heal up to full. This is actually just going to be better for us long term. Yeah. Alright. Arcane Drain. This probably solves everything. Then we're good. Does this do enough damage? No, not quite. Could I life tap Vampiric Touch to do enough? No, Vampiric only does 4. Okay, not enough. Does overcharging the leech heal for more? Yes. Yes, it does. And that is why I was doing it, which you probably noticed. Alright. Should be good now. Yeah. Great. Not awkward at all. Oh boy. Maybe we did need that level up after all. So we have the upgraded Dark Pact. I don't hate upgraded Dark Pact. It's not my favorite either. Taste of Blood could be good. Better if it was upgraded. I'm not going to do a Necrotic Burst there. I think I'm not going to do that Dark Pact. It's just a little bit too spooky for me. And I really wish I saw a Rain or something here. We should have taken a Healing Rain. This was, yeah, this was all the telltale signs of a very unplanned run. A run that I definitely swapped on and off multiple times as I was thinking about what I wanted to do. Okay, let's Howl, Curse of Torment. Get a lot of big dark explosions going, right? Don't necessarily need the heals this turn. Would have loved to have any of the Inspire. But we don't necessarily need that. Let's actually lower their resistance even more. Keep the burning going. You know what? Let's just have no Inspire on anybody. That actually is also unironically fine. Now, I wish I didn't draw the Black Death. But we have Curse of Decay. And we might be able to go deep enough to find that once again. There we go. 125 Dark Explosion. Everything about this run has been awkward so far. I really hope... Oh no, they slowed down Navalea. I hope we can fix that in the future. Now, we've been winning, right? Like, we're still doing okay. How do we... So we can unslow Navalea. I don't have a book to find yet. That's okay. I was worried about that scry. But let's scry here. This seems good. We'll just do a little bit of damage. We get a big fat heal after Belfior. Sure should be fine. We're not losing. There's that at least. Yeah, there is that at least. You're right. Always looking on the bright side. I appreciate that. Wait, why is Zek fast? Or wait, did he speed up? When did he speed up? He's too fast now. I guess we can slow him down with this Arcane Drain, right? Like, that's part of our plan. I think it's better to just get rid of everything that isn't the bouncy cards. In which case, we're doing Arcane Drain for 3. Still a big heal. And then get rid of everything that isn't the bouncy cards. And big Dark Explosions as well. Okay, we got Black Death. Great. So the Shadow Resistance is 4 still, which is impressive given we're lowering it by 32%. But Black Death should get there, probably. Oh, we have 15 Dark on us still. That's actually something to keep in mind. Okay, I did jump back to him. That's really good for us. Curse of Shadows, Necrotic Burst. I mean, it's all Dark Explosion damage. There's really nothing else that we have that does any form of damage, so... Okay, we got there. And it wasn't even close. Alright, everybody's actually kind of full health. It's okay. Don't need this upgraded Benediction. Don't really need any of this. I should hope that our level up will make us capable of defeating the Rift. That was definitely a sentence. Alright, do I have the evasion perk on anybody? No. No, I don't. So Cloak of Evasion really is just 1 evade. Now 1 evade is still very good. So I'm not going to turn up my nose at it. I like a Runestone too. Runestone is nice. I think this health potion is like mathematically better on Nyrada because like she doesn't have any health. So 22 flat healing is really good. We have Life Surge now. Yes, okay. Vitality keeps us alive. Okay. Well, we have Curse Mirror, right? So surely that's going to keep us alive too. And then we have Curse Mancy. Yes, okay. I feel like we're way stronger now. This is a far cry from the Maluka version of this team. Which is maybe kind of telling. But, yeah. Maybe that's just because I'm not doing the Nyrada usage correctly. And that team was built with Maluka in mind, and I'm kind of just shoehorning Nyrada into it. So it's not really a fair assessment of the character. But I do think this character is slightly hard to use in the fact that they're just a bit awkward. Actually, they're very awkward. Mostly because their innate passive doesn't do anything. Cursed Mirror is awkward to use because you have to be damaged by others. And then Purifying Resonance is a block card, but she focuses on having heals potentially. I mean, she can do whatever, but it'd be nice if she could do heals. Dark Mercy will be a good heal for us, I think. I like Rhythm of Magic, but I want to try Dark Mercy. Yeah. She's a very difficult character to use. I'll stand by that. Oh, I shouldn't use my speed ups here. Because they're going to purge fast anyways. Let's reload that turn. Good night, Tom! Oh, it is 1 a.m. there. Okay, yeah, hopefully you get some good rest for work. Yeah, let's not use our speed up. Instead, we can Shadow Bind. That'll be a good plan. Maybe an Arcane Drain Shadow Binding seems strong. Yeah. Yeah. The main goal is just to wipe out the back enemy before he starts summoning and making this fight a long pain for us. Also, I've noticed this thing at the start of her turns, it just takes a while to do anything. I don't know what that is. Let's fortune telling first, see what we get. Curse of Mancy! Great. Great. Do I want the Curse of Decay? Highest cost curse spell in hand, right? Like, it's not bad. But maybe it's also not what we want. We need a lot of energy for this turn to work out. Let's try it. Get extra dark out. Sadly, we don't have any other curses that I wanted to add. Okay. Giant damage. That was just some good damage. Okay, and they're immediately dead to Black Death or Malicious Eye in this case. And we can Dark Pact here. Dark Pact here, then how do I think my damage is going to be? Feel like we have enough to just deal with both of these guys? Not quite. Do need to deal a little bit more. But it's not like they're taking speed control or anything now, so we can Arcane Drain next turn. And Zek is just barely not dying to Dark. So that's great. I could transfer Dark to him right now, and then he could die. Don't know why I would want to do that, but it's definitely something I could do. Transmission, that's going to be good. We can Arcane Drain. We do, and we have Life Surge as well. Okay. I think we definitely want to do a transmission here. I want to do a heal. And then I can just save an energy. Oh, wait, he might pop Dark on Zek? No, okay, he didn't. He just gave himself evade. Zek's actually too fast. Was that always the case? That seems wrong. Seems unfair. Okay, we got this guy down, though. Hey, Curse of Exhaustion doing the thing. Do we get to Arcane Drain? No. Curse Mirror, it's coming up. Well, let's get it. I don't really have anything to do. Can get rid of Amnesia, though. That's something to do, for sure. Alright. Probably should have healed up there. That was the plan, and then I just didn't do it. Save turn. I'm gonna reload that turn. We should heal up here. We're not at a spot to throw away heals. I wish that we were. Gotta chill out on Zek. Get some vitality going. There we go. Proper healing. Oh, Curse Mirror goes on any hero. That is interesting. I suppose that does make it a little bit more interesting of a passive. Yeah. I like that aspect to it. Okay, I mean, we delayed the fight so we could heal. We are healed. Pretty much full health on everybody now, despite how it looks. So, let's get it done. What's their Death Door in your Navalea deck? It's not a very good card, you should remove it. You know, that's a good point. I don't know why I put that card in my deck. I think I'll remove it the next time we go to a campfire or something. Thank you again, Kevon. Always with the helpful insights. It's a weirdly large. That's a weirdly large amount of purples that aren't very good. Like, do I care about any of this? We can't take Heart Amulet on our boy Velarion, otherwise he'll lose out on Blood Amulet. And that's part of our plans. What is this? It just makes a lot of cards look good, but they aren't. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, this one doesn't even do any damage though. Hatred doesn't even modify that one. It's kind of weird that I put it in the deck. I guess we theoretically have spells here. I don't know. Like, am I taking these for resistances? I might. We're at that stage of the game where resistances sound good. Not going to take small pouch. I don't want 2 curses in my deck. And then hopefully we get a card remove that we're capable of doing coming up. I believe. Maybe we should take an Alkalite Tunin on Zek. He's blowing up pretty fast these days. Powerful wouldn't be bad either. Yeah, powerful seems good. Then honestly, anything on Nyrada to make her not take as much damage. Remove a card! Ironclad. You know what? Not necessarily the most doable for us, but hopefully doable enough. This might be a painful fight. And you were faster than us. I dislike that a lot. Oh, we can't transfer the poison. We're just transferring the... Sorry, we can't transfer the decay. We're just transferring the poison. I guess... Let's reload that turn. I'm gonna reload that turn. That Death Door being on top sucks. Okay. Let's try to take out enemies where we can. And we'll just be decayed on Navalea. Not the smoothest of hands, but hopefully we can get there. Alright, that's some dark application. Oh my goodness. It takes so long. Alright, our Zek should be capable of coming through. We want to see very specific cards. Minus Dark Resist looks good to me. Don't have anybody we can really Arcane Drain for too much value. So maybe we just get rid of the vulnerability there. We save an Arcane Drain in case we need to heal later. There's a reason I picked 14 Death Doors on notice. I know. Your hatred for Otis never ceases to amuse me. Alright. Do I want decay here at cost? Or do we just want to focus on removing somebody? I don't know that I have the capability of removing anybody. I mean, with Black Death, lots of things are possible. But this one seems pretty tight. And we are going to have to worry about her in the long run. So maybe she just dies now. We'll be happy. I'm surprised, actually, the Dryad's taking that much damage. The Dispel 3 sucks. Now enemies are faster than us. And they did the Fiery Jabs move. And that guy went stealth. Okay. They did a lot of things I hated there. But we're still alive. I think Navalea just wins. Yeah, Navalea just took out the Dryad by herself with Crack. Sorry, with a Curse. That was cool. Maybe do Curse Mirror here. Zek, you keep getting that healing. Zek's gonna go real hard this turn. Yeah. Alright, hit Navalea. Dang it. We can do Arcane Drain twice. That's not... Ah, we can't target that guy. I was gonna say that's not the worst idea, but now it's kind of a bad idea. We'll heal again later. Alright, we got the Curse of Mancy. Unfortunately, Curse of Decay is in our hand. Oh well. We should probably take out this enemy before he gets to go again. And now I'm not sure that he will get to go again. Because we did more dark than I was expecting to do. I guess the jump can only ever hit this guy once. So we might as well just do it and hope that it hits him last. Nah, okay, sure. I didn't really care anyways. This is totally something that you hear someone who doesn't care say. Ow. Well, Curse Mirror kind of did something there. Did we save one of our arcane drains? I don't think we did, right? But we did save it on Nyrada. Nyrada? Who's Nyrada? Nyrada. Oh my god, the dark. No. Oh. This might be the same sort of territory where we have to go back and redo that turn. Oh boy. We get to remove the Death's Door though. That's huge. But let's try to heal up where we can. Don't forget what your Shadow Imbuement does. Random monster. Takes dark. Not good. Alright. She's constantly getting 5 chill on her. That's annoying. Don't do it, Zach. Don't do it. Is Navalea doing okay? It also transforms shadow damage? Yeah. Yeah. I can't hit here. Okay, we were unable to heal up. And while that is unfortunate, I will say, eventually we'll draw the card I need. And he didn't even do that much. We're fine. Totally A-okay. Not a problem. Actually, we're going to pop Leech with Velarion too. That's cool. Okay. I'll just pop Leech one more time. Great. Now we won. Now we won with actual healing. Yeah. Alright, we healed 11. Wait, why did Zach heal so much off of 15 damage? Doesn't sound right. There's Pulsing Heal, not that we need it. Another transmission in the deck for Velarion. Not honestly what I want him doing. Should I take the Bless out of the deck, right? We really don't need it. Do we need Prismatic Field? Do we need Courage? Are we going to have to survive some turns on Yelmer? We might, and that scares me. I'm going to take this transmission. Death's Door, Broken Bones. All these great removes. Okay. And then, a rare equipment shop. You know what? We want to see these rare equipment shops. They might have Bloodletter's Fang in them, I think. I hope. Don't quote me on that. Hey, we get the Inspire turn 1. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Don't want this guy to purge me. Gain 1 energy for no reason. This all seems good. Okay. We have clarity there. We can get a big scry going. Okay, yeah, this is exactly what we wanted to see. Great. We have a big speed up on everybody. A little bit of dark there. Now it's working. Turns out all you need to do is not take Death's Door. Death's Door was the problem all along. Do we want these Curse of Exhaustions? Probably not. Get to dig one more time. Get rid of a Dark Pact. Are we going to use the Curse of Decay? Seems unlikely, but we might. Gonna unslow Navalea. Hopefully that makes a difference. Okay, we got the Cursomancy. We full drew through Zek's deck, which was honestly not a good thing to do, but it was very funny. Okay, Curse of Shadows. Get a Dark Explosion going. Curse of Shadows yet again. Get another Dark Explosion going. Get more Dark Explosions going. Oh my god, we're doing too much Dark. Yeah. Wow. That's a round 1 win. Unexpected. Dark Explosion still keeps winning. I like it. Now, Curse of Blood on... Upgrade Curse of Blood on Zek. That would have been cool. Upgrade Curse of Blood on Velarion. I might have taken it. Unfortunately, Nyrada, not so much. I don't think that's the take here. And based off of that performance, let's just go all in on damage. See if we can make that work. Okay, we get a Boots of Speed here. Now, on Navalea, that's not a bad idea still. It's not what we were looking for, but Boots of Swiftness is good. It means we'll be 19 speed. It means we'll be 25 speed for the future, which is very solid. Okay. Don't hate that we got to see that shop. Do hate that it was expensive and didn't have Bloodletter's Fang. I want to do a Shadow Run with Yellow Orb, but I can't find the motivation to actually play the game. Oof. Hey, drawing into the Helping Hand. Perfect. Okay, we'll Shock Nova first. Start to take our speed control. Having a hard time playing because the lack of updates, I'm assuming. Maybe we do it this way. Then it's definitely worth slowing down the Dryad further to 22 chill. Curse of Decay, definitely going to be good here. Probably get rid of all of these things. They're not the cards we want to see. Actually, forgot. Didn't mean to do that. Do I want to redraw through my whole deck again? Probably not. How much draw do we have? 9. So, if we get rid of 3 cards, we draw through our whole deck. Guaranteed. Don't hate getting rid of these then. Sure. Not really, just Winter Depression. Winter's always rough for me. Don't feel like playing games, especially solo. Gotcha. Yep. That's a rough thing. Sorry you gotta deal with that. Now, do I want to play Black Death before Curse of Decay or after? I guess we're likely to get the full benefit anyways. And then Curse of Shadows tends to be better, right? That's just more damage. And then Curse of Exhaustion, though it exhausts, maybe is okay here. This ended up being the one that went through. Wow. OTK'd again. Dark Explosions win again. Now Psychic Drain, I do tend to like on Velarion. Like later on, it tends to be better. I don't know if taking an unupgraded one right now is the play. It seems kind of weak. Might not be the worst play, but it's not really what I want to do. so I don't think I'm going to take it. But I am tempted. Then we will loot, get the Moonstone, get Forest Crown, get an upgraded Cloak of Evasion. We could get Slippers too if we wanted. Interesting. Very interesting. We don't actually really care about Dryad Mask on this run. Dark Explosion is the way we deal damage, so like the gloves are honestly not that impactful either. Might as well just take some gold. Then exotic equipment shop, Sub-Zero. Slowing is how we slow you guys down though. How am I supposed to slow you down without slow? I guess we don't need that. Okay, the only reason I'm curious about taking a look at this exotic shop is Bloodletter's Fang. I think exotic shop has a chance at having it too. Okay, transferring curses and being able to have dark right away is very strong for us. Would I rather have Velarion get energy or Nyrada? Probably Nyrada. If I had to choose. Because Velarion's starting turn is Scrolls of Speed. Exactly. Exactly. Now we have good Dark Explosion options here. This is a very bad hand though. It's like this. This is an example of a hand we don't want to see. So these are cards that we want to get rid of. Right, nobody could be slowed. Do have some curses in hand though. Dark Explosion's doing something. There we go. Hey, we equally hurt a lot of them. And now we better be faster, otherwise Sub-Zero is going to make things hard. I do like that we can put the Curse Mirror on Navalea here. It's actually very entertaining. Right, we can't slow them down. So what if we didn't slow them down? Instead, we just took them down. How do you think they'd like that? Probably not a lot. That guy's gone. It's beautiful. I don't have to take them down, like... Wow. Wow. We did so much. Navalea is awesome. I forgot how awesome Navalea was. That was great. Maybe didn't want to do that. It wasn't never going to matter. Zek's turn was going to ruin it anyways. We don't have our Dispel now either. But I can give buffers so that Zek doesn't die to his own Dark Explosion. Sure. Yeah, sure. This is fine. Can we be explosive? Yes. Beautiful. Maybe Dark Explosion's actually just incredible. I remember like last time we tried out Dark Explosion team, it was pretty fun. Ravenstaff, not what I'm looking for. Would have loved that in my last run, but none of these are what I'm looking for. Ordinarily, an interesting option for like Shadow Sharp Zek would have been Twin Blades and the other ring that we saw earlier that gave plus sharp charges. What a run that could have been. Oh well. We shall lure the Dryad away. And we're doing well. This is going pretty good. I got another hour left to play too. We're ready. I can actually make some progress on this run. Fantastic news. Let's get Scourge piling up. Sure. You know what? I believe. Let's go all in. There's a lot of damage we can do. Whoops, restart that turn. I meant to give the Inspire to Nyrada. Don't know that's the right choice. We still need to scry for her and stuff, but could be important to do. Like, you might hedge your bets. Just give it directly to the guy who needs it. But she did get shadowbound because of it. And that's an important part of this build. That's like one of the reasons I'm running her. So she better have something like that. Then we can do fortune telling on Zach at the very least. Okay, Curse of Decay plus Black Death. Do we need anything else? Well, let's just do maximum arcane drain. Does a huge dark explosion thanks to Shadowbound. This is actually really synergistic. You gotta admit, it's looking pretty good. Does this do too much damage? It doesn't, right? No way. Easy. Alright, OTK Yelmer, no problem. Whew! Navalea putting in so much work. That was very much dependent on Navalea's start there, and that felt great. By the way, did you see Navalea's skin in the Nyrada trailer? I did not. I don't even think I watched the Nyrada trailer. I grabbed this Curse of Decay upgraded. Might as well. We're about to head to town. We're about to be able to remove it. The other one, so no harm in taking that. Pulsing Heal. Now, were I going for Dream Harmony, I would consider Pulsing Heal right here, but that's not the build we're doing. Tempted. Should I consider Redemption? Never, right? This is just never. I don't know. I'm like a little bit worried about this Zek. Mana Surge purple is fine, but we're not going to take it on Zek. Yeah. This seems okay. Our game plan for Act 1, working great. Our game plan for Act 2, I don't even know what that is. What's a game plan? Game plan is just draw well, I guess. These are not the items I wanted to see. Welp. Alright, where would you go? I feel like we go Yellow Portal. Yellow Portal is probably fine. It's probably the biggest regret for not being a console player. Or for being a console player. You get the... you only get the other skin. Only her starting other skins. I'm sorry. Maybe one day you can play on the PC. Build back up all your progress. I feel like Yellow Portal's correct. I feel like Yellow Portal's good. Yellow Portal is a very good portal. For Navalea in particular, we get some interesting options there, right? Yeah, Blue Portal is also interesting. I think I want to go like Yellow-Blue. Like, we want blue, we can go visit Nyrada's land, like, that's cool, but we need some finances before we do that. So yeah, let's go Yellow Portal. Who knows, maybe it'll turn out to be amazing. Well, doesn't have the pathing we want. That's a shame. I would have loved to get this pet trainer. I would love to see a dimensional portal right here. That would have been ideal. Oh yeah, isn't that guy immune to dark? I swear this guy's immune to dark. That's actually a problem. Okay, we need to build up some real damage then. Divine Power is a must. Hey, Cloak of Speed is a thing as well. Oh, Magic Tome too? Okay. Things got interesting here. Magic Tome, we don't hate playing that on Navalea. Okay, let's take a look at these divinations. Let's do a basic or two. See what we get. Kind of trash. Second basic. Not what we're looking for. Not the worst. I like this Arcane Drain. I think Fanaticism's fine, and then we can take Curse of Fragility as well, but for basic money, it's a little bit too much. Take a look at the third fast. What does this third fast divination do? Nothing. Alright. So with that in mind, try a fast divination first, just see what it grabs us. Gives us a scry, right? We do like scries, actually. We're gonna need flat damage. That's so difficult. Why do they have just a base enemy immune to dark? It's so annoying. I hate yellow because I love it, but it's so bad. Yeah. I have a very silly idea. Ooh, what's your silly idea? Does it get us past dark enemy? That could just be where the run ends. I mean, we'll be playing tomorrow as well, hopefully for a bit longer of a time. See how it goes. Pick 4 Tome of Knowledge, corrupt them all, the pyramid. See, I think that's a good idea. I was thinking a very similar thing. Now, unfortunately, if I had planned this out before, I might have even avoided getting this Inspire perk if we were going to do that, right? Because this Inspire perk is pretty bad if you have a bunch of corrupted Tome of Intellects or Tome of Knowledge. But I don't hate that idea in general. Silly doesn't mean it's bad, it just means it's silly. Yeah, true. Okay. But yeah, we are looking for something like that for sure. I mean, we could make the swap here. Cloak of Speed is kind of Forest Crown and Boots of Swiftness all in one. But I don't know if I can effectively make that swap. Velarion, I don't necessarily want to give up Cloak of Evasion. We have good reasons for having Evade. Same with Cloak of Agility, we have reasons for having it. I actually don't hate taking the Magic Tome on Navalea either. We are going to be playing spells on her for probably most of the run. Though we would almost certainly replace it if we got a book, fountain pen. How often do you get one of those? Are you going to do Bless? We're going to have to, unfortunately. So, I think there's no way around it. Unfortunately, there's just an immune to dark guy. We can't deal with him without Bless. So, we are more or less forced to. Purple Scries are good. Right, we have all these cards. Look at all these cards I was offered. Wow, this feels like a much cleaner deck. Now we have to get to a very different speed base as well. When is the fight? Early? No, it's a little bit later, but it'll be before we level up. It's right before the pyramid. So that's going to make this a little bit difficult. Because if you can have Nav hit 3, it should be fine. Nav hit 3 for the Ore of Despair. Yeah, you know, that's true. That's true. We could have the Ore of Despair, potentially. But yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to do that. Sadly. I don't hate Drain Life, but we're going to get rid of this Curse of Decay, that's for sure. We should upgrade this Pestilence so that's not Trashe tier. We need to apply Dark. Dark is the most important thing. There's no extra bounce version, but there is a cheaper cost version that could be important to us. The base damage might be good. I mean, Vengeance under Hatred should be clear, even without Bless. Could be, yeah. We could always Divine Power Navalea too if we had to. My other concern here is that we only have one Dark Applier, and it's still a little bit difficult to make sure we have the correct turns on Zek. Now, a double Fortune Telling maybe makes that a lot more likely. But before we do that, I do like the Corruption Tome of Intellect play. We're definitely going to be trying to do that. So I'm going to buy it before we forget. Because we will forget. And then I could probably get rid of this Dark Blow. I like having Scourge every now and then, Pocket Scourge, but it's going to be a bit tough to play into. Yellow Pestilence is 1,000 times better than the blue one for flat damage. Yeah, for flat damage, exactly. But our flat damage is very sad. Like, the only reason I'm thinking about making it the yellow one would be just for the fights where we have to worry about dark immune enemies. So someone mentioned a new nav skin, and I checked out the trailer. Pretty cool, I'll say. Yeah. I do know what the new skins look like. Or at least I think I do. Do we want to do a bookworm? So we're going to need to be fast. What's our speed here? 15 on Velarion? Oh, we're slow. We need to be fast and we're slow. Shoot. So one of the things I think I have to do is change over this scroll of speed. I mean, ideally, we just get a slow instead on Navalea. We could do a couple things. So we could buy an Arcane Drain. That could also apply Chill. Also gives us more opportunities for heal later on. If I do scroll speed at 4, we at least have to get to, well, ideally 16 speed. We'll be happy if there's a call-in that face checks us by making this bookworm play. And that bookworm needs to find scroll speed. There's no other like dark cards that we care about in Act 2, right? That's just not a thing that Zek worries about. I guess Curse of Torment would be nice to have. Darkness Falls is kind of bad. None of these other ones seem particularly interesting to me. There's always a call-in in the pyramid. Trust. Yeah, Sunzu. Right? Right? There is always a call-in in the pyramid. You always have to worry about it. All right, Scorching Shadows, another fun thing that we're not doing. Okay. Let us look for... Let's look for something else here. Do I want to keep this Benediction? Arguably, no. I think arguably we want draw as well. So, Expected Prophecy, Scrolls of Intellect don't seem bad either. Could do another Expected Prophecy. Could get rid of this Dispel Magic. Could upgrade Fortune Telling. I don't know how we do on the fight in the pyramid, but maybe we need Courage. Maybe we need like a Conviction or something. Infuse Courage could be good. Well, last chance I played, I lost to the first fight inside the Forge because it was a slow immune call-in. Yeah, classic. Classic OTK builds. So, Dark Pact, we could probably get rid of one if we have to, right? It's not doing too much for us. What are our curses that we could get on Zek's deck? I don't think these are the highest priority. I do want a Curse of Fragility, like just to have a curse that applies Dark is something meaningful to me. It's better than a Necro Burst. I know we bought those, but it's fine. We still have the Cloak of Speed option here. If we get Cloak of Speed on Velarion, does that solve our speed problems? 17 goes up to 23 speed. Ends up being still slower than Navalea. Because Navalea is currently 26 speed? No, 25 speed. She's currently 25 speed. Yeah, so we go up to 23 speed, and then we don't necessarily need Navalea to speed us up unless we run into exactly a Monty and something threatening. That's another thought. I'm looking at this Brigand armor, though. We might need to buy something like that. Hello, HG. Big reason why I run a true warrior in most OTK teams. Three heroes within the format is plenty, and the insurance is appreciated. Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's what Navalea is here for. She's a warrior. She counts. It looks like most people feel about Nyrada. I think the old passive was way more fun. I don't really know why they moved it. Yeah, I don't really know why either. It feels... I don't know. Well, one, this passive just doesn't do anything. So... hopefully they change it to actually do something. And then it'll be good, right? So we got this bookworm as well. In case we need to get more spot slows. I mean, we can get spot slows through arcane drains. So maybe we're interested in that. I think I might be interested in a scroll of intellect on Velarion then. And then we could upgrade this bookworm. And then if we do one more fast divination, we can upgrade Velarion's scroll of intellect, and that should solve us for now. Her level up cards feel like there's no clear direction to me. Only the cursed one seems fun and unique. Yeah, the direction also feels unclear to me. That is part of why I'm experimenting this stream. Okay, so let's get a +4 speed. At least having 22 will be good. And then we can upgrade this scroll of intellect. And then I'm definitely looking at this cloak of speed. I mean, Navalea right now doesn't need it, right? And what do we just buy on her? We have this and bookworm, so we do have the speed for Velarion, so we don't need it either. So Nyrada having energy also could be good. Magic Tome's also good here. These are good items. Like, they are solid, and I think Magic Tome, Navalea, is maybe the safest play. It's the best play right now. We might be sad later. But I think it's the best play right now. Oh, that Scry should be upgraded. That Scry is garbage. I guess I wanted to save Maluka from being buried alive, but yeah. Yeah, that's also, like, I think that's one of the awkward things about Nyrada is, like, she definitely overlaps with Maluka. Like, in fact, the character on this squad that was replaced was Maluka, right? And that's without potentially having, like, the clearest of dark directions. Sidearm is good. Alright. I would have loved a fanaticism as well. On anybody, really. Got this early scroll of intellect still. Like, we're fine, but I'm not excited about our current spot. Hopefully we're good enough. Still didn't upgrade Pestilence. Let's see if we can just upgrade Pestilence. Let's look at this basic divination. We just put down a save. We can revert it if we need to. Definitely reverting. This is why you don't do basic divinations. We need shards. I don't know if we get enough shards. We need shards with the card we want to see. We do get enough. It's worth the expenditure here. Okay, or we did see fanaticism. Great, that's what I wanted to see. We got unstable power as well. I don't hate seeing that. Conviction, we were talking about potentially taking that just as a... Like, most of the things that are scary in this act do dark and stuff. I don't hate taking it. And now we can get a fanaticism for Velarion. Yeah, that didn't get us a lot of shards, did it? We can get rid of a Dispel Magic. We have one roaming in the deck. And then we can get rid of a Dark Pact, maybe? To make things just a little less spooky for us. Sure. Sure. Why not? Then Velarion. Velarion has a decent turn. Oh, we didn't get the upgraded Scry here. I see. I was wondering why we had more shards than I expected. This deck is clearly incorrect. But it has what we need at the start, right? Like, we're guaranteed Scroll of Intellect. So we have value there. Yeah. We have what we need. And I think that's gonna have to do it, right? Like, we have to live with this. Anything Navalea wants to get rid of? Probably. We'll leave it at that. Alright. Lord Handshake ain't got nothing against the power of gun. Absolutely. Hey, that's a Monty. Should have scouted that out. Well. Well. We got Shock Nova opening hand. So what more do you need? Oh, I should have played Shadow Imbuement first. Always play the Shadow Imbuement first. Okay, well that couldn't be a more blessed opening hand. Genuinely. Could this be more blessed? I don't think this could be more blessed either. Hold up, are we being bailed out? I won't say no. I'm not going to turn up my nose being bailed out here. Dig a little bit deeper. Maybe get rid of a Clarity. Maybe we keep a Clarity. We don't have a lot of energy. Alright. Not exactly what I wanted, but we get to play all our cards. We have the Shadowbound. Now this bunny for some reason has insane dark resist. I don't know why that is. Maybe they know that the bunny is evil incarnate, and that's why they have insane dark resist. Now there could be an argument for going after they all go as well, so that's something we'll have to think about as we play this. But so far this looks good. We still didn't upgrade that Pestilence. It's kind of silly. Why? Because it's the devil. Yeah, pretty much, right? That has to be the answer. Okay, so what we get the Cursed Decay out for? I mean, that's some heavily lowered resistance. Then bunny goes down. Wow. Okay. Okay. Fantastic. What a turn. Dark Explosion. Okay, I don't like seeing the decay. That's a good chunk of damage they just dealt to me. Why did she just deal 2 billion damage to Zach? What? It's just 38 3 times? Since when does that do 38 3 times? I know she's got 4 sharp, don't get me wrong. I don't remember her being that damaging with rapid fire though. That seems actually incorrect. Oh, sharp plus stealth. That's what it was. Okay. I guess it was the stealth that added it. Okay, and then it shows you what it was in the end. Okay. I see. That does make sense then. Yeah, sharp plus the 4 stealth. Yeah, how annoying. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. This is some serious BS, Sun Tzu. Yeah. I do feel that way. It's not inaccurate. Alright, we got a heal, but it's not big heal on her. Curse Mirror, we can take out our curse there. We can have some fanaticism, but like, what is it really doing, you know? All in on Navalea carry. Let's go. It's our time to shine. This is where she transitions. The classic Navalea transition carry. So much damage. And it all hit Zek. It didn't all have to hit Zek, but it did, you know? Like, for some reason, the universe just wanted Zek to die there. And who am I to spite the universe? Why I love OTK so much? Because if I failed because I'm ass, I hate losing because the game felt like it. I mean, it's fair. To be fair, it's not exactly because the game felt like it. It's also because I'm playing this in a very specific way that is not, what's the right word? Good. The strategy that I'm trying to do is questionable at best. So, yeah. Like, it makes sense to me that we would run into problems. Did this guy heal? Why'd he heal? You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to do that. I can't do anything about that. These are my turns now. Alright, Navalea, go. Eventually do enough dark. We're getting close. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no. The bomb is actually coming into play. I get him vulnerable? Heck yeah. Oh, he's fast. That hurts. He hurts. Okay, we get one more leech. Like, oh, that was a lot less vitality health than I was hoping for. Okay. Oh, good. Thank you, Jade Scarab. Perfect time for you to show up. What is happening? You aren't blaming the game for your mistakes? Where's the real Trashe? What'd you do to him? You know... If I'm not blaming the game for my mistakes, it's because the game didn't earn it. Now, sometimes it is the game's fault. I guess it's really just based on my arbitrary metric of what I think should work and what I think should have a hard time working. It's very arbitrary. Okay, so that was awful. Should I just redo that whole fight? I feel like I should redo that whole fight. That fight went terribly. Can we redo that? Yeah, we could redo that. I think we just reload that combat. Apparently, we know that a scarab can spawn, right? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we redo that. Okay. Right, we had like a very blessed start. I remember that. It was as blessed as could be, basically. And we get our speed going. We have to scroll the speed like so. And we get a divine power going. We get the scroll of intellect. We did a big scry here. That was very important for us to do. Get rid of dispel magic. Get rid of all this stuff. Could get the detox staying online. Doesn't really help us dig any deeper by removing it, right? And then we get to scry here. And we want to see very specific cards. So maybe this is okay. Maybe this is even better. I'm gonna convince myself of that eventually. Shadowbound on the bunny, makes a lot of sense. We go Curse of Decay on the bunny, also makes a lot of sense. Do we want to overdraw? I think we want to overdraw. No, we don't really want to overdraw. But we have a ton of energy. What did we not play last time? Pestilence, probably. So we're just going to have a max Inspire. Maybe I save the Detox. We can Curse of Decay immediately. Get more curses going. Okay, did a lot of damage there. Bunny's dead. So... In fact, Bunny's dead to, like, a Pestilence, right? So we could play the Pestilence. And then hope to take out the Sniper Lady before she does us more serious harm. And we just have to hit her twice, basically? Cool. Alright, this is why you do redo fights immediately, so you don't go to round 6 and just see what was possible. Thank you, HD. It was good wisdom. Redo fights that are bad. I think that's in my guide somewhere. Pretty sure. Pretty sure that's in the beginner's guide. Actually, now that I think about it. Literally recommend that to people. Unfortunately, it does mean we have to go for longer. But it's not all bad. Get all the clarity draw. This is fine. We're healing. We're happy. Zek's winning. Zek's very much winning. Cool. Anytime, man. Thank you. Thank you. Alright. So much better. That was such a better fight. We don't need double Shock Nova. As good as it's been in the opening hand, we just really don't want to. Who needs guides? Just don't be bad at the game, duh. Yeah. Right. Exactly. We don't want the secret treasure room, so we don't really care about what the felines did. Desert Plains is always bad. Wait, what if for once, like, what if Nyrada somehow has a good event here? Nope. Just get sunburned. Wait, we get shards? Oh, wait, this is better. Whoa. Did they change this? They changed this? This is just 600 shards? Oh, heck yeah. That's way better. Now, there's a Silence Lady here. We don't really care about this exotic equipment shop. We have no money, and also, I don't want to deal with Melancholy on this fight. So we won't. Could I do a better starting turn by just like playing Tome of Intellect first? Hold up. Do you think Do you think the Tome of Intellect first is good? You had question mark, so yeah, probably. I just like, I don't remember that ever being good. Still Broken Bone on top. Well, we tried. She's immune to slow. Well, this is why we speed people up. Yeah, unfortunately, did not get our super turn that we would have liked. I think I'm just gonna hope that Zek can get a decent turn. As long as we take out this lady, we're likely gonna be fine. There's always a weird lag on this turn for Nyrada. Or Nyrada. Nihadra? I want to say Nihadra. I don't know why. That's not what they're called, but I just want to say it. No, I never think. That's not something I do very often. A wise man once said, I like to, well, life tap, vengeance AoE. Sounds very wise indeed. Okay, well you can be frozen forever. We don't want you going fast on round 2, if you survive that long. Which you very much could. Okay, we got Curse here. We got Curse there. Still want a Curse of Exhaustion there. Okay, this is free now. Gonna need more dark in the end. So let's see if we can get her hit with more dark. Okay, that's good. That's a good start. Actually, I think that's enough. Potentially. Because all we have to do is this, probably. Perfect. Huge damage. Alright, took out the most terrifying threat right away. Navalea just gets to heal through some of this damage. And apply Scourge. And Dark. It's very fun. She barely took anything there. And we just healed. Okay. All according to plan. Just like we drew it up. Now, Navalea, are you going to have a good turn? You're going to have a turn, it looks like. So let's slow you down. Heal us up. Get some evasion going. Wouldn't mind Navalea getting another better turn. I still call the vampire Velarion? Yeah. Instead of Velarion. You know? We all make mistakes. Some just make them more than others. And I won't say who those others are. Definitely couldn't be me. I'm in the clear. I'm immune to criticism. Pretty sure. Alright, so we did get there. We like very much got there. The only question is like how we want to do it. Great. What a fun round. I might actually be able to finish Act 2 before this goes off. Wow, Purple Winter Orb. That's the best damage card in the game. Kinda. I might think about this other Arcane Drain. There's no world in which I play this Winter Orb, right? You see the shiny sometimes, you're just like, ooh, shiny eyes. You've never done any mistakes ever, not even once, except the time you let me buy fishing rod. That was a silly mistake? Yeah, you're right. I've never done any silly mistakes. That sounds accurate. I'm like, is there ever a time I don't want to like keep Arcane draining? I know I think I skipped one earlier, but we'll go for it now. This is right. This is right. We can pay for the privilege to pay to remove. I remember that. It's always weird to me that this is the case. Like you pay up front and then you pay again as you're removing cards. I immediately wanted to get rid of this Arcane Train. Maybe it shouldn't be in my deck. I'll get rid of that Detoxify. It's a less good detox. What is this? The American healthcare system? You pay for the privilege of being able to pay them to heal you? Is that what this is? Alright. Now, this is it. This is where we have the immune to dark guy. I think a random blob is going to be a-okay. I don't think that's going to be the deciding factor. Ah, this is the immune to chill one. We never had to worry in the first place. Look at me. Not knowing my enemies. So silly. Who could ever get those confused? They don't look identical or anything. This channel is called Metacomps for a reason. Yeah, right? 2K hours, by the way. Okay, look. They look this... They're a slightly different hue, and I don't have that memorized. I'm sorry. I don't go... Like, I don't fight them often enough. Too many random combats. Should I fanaticism anyways? I think I should. Then we could... They're immune to chill, so let's chill out someone who will actually care. Like this guy. Get a nice big heal. Okay, Shadow Imbuement. Don't hate it. We can get rid of all these cards, for they are not the card I'm looking for. We'll still Divine Power because we need energy. Chrysomancy, that's the card I'm looking for. Okay. Alright. We're not taking out a single enemy this turn. Is that okay? Probably. We should be able to live. And if not, we can come back to that turn. That's actually going to be a lot of chill. We have Shock Nova, though, so we're fine. Hey, Bin. One has blue hat, one has purple hat. The blue hat one is immune to chill, purple is immune to dark. True. They look the same, so they are the same. Wow, the big the big 26. Oh my gosh, I'm off again. Hope you have having fun. Bin peeked in like, actually, you're colorblind, Trash, and left. I know they're different colors. But you're right, that did just happen. That's so good, though. But yeah. Yeah. We didn't have to mess that up. That's true. Why do I like that hand so much? That hand looks really good. This is really good. Alright, ooh, Shadow Imbuement. Also very good. We can get some buffer going. I don't know what I'm looking for, but probably don't want a life tap. Guess removing that guy's evade seems good. You know what? Seems so good, I'm going to do it again. Now, Navalea. Navalea could probably use a little bit of healing. Well, fortune telling, and then we'll just do the rest. Who's gonna be chilled next? You are. Because you know what? This guy is gonna go down this very turn. I believe in it. And if you believe in it, then I've got you fooled. Nah, we can do it. We can do it. Oh, 20? exactly 20. Okay, this does 25. It's gonna need 2 hits regardless. Didn't get to do it. Okay, that guy did go down. You'll probably go down to a dark explosion. Yeah, as we suspected. And chilling this guy was the right call. I didn't remember what the shark enemy did, but I remembered them not being a threat, so... I don't think I'm going to retract my statement on that either. Pretty sure leech shields don't get improved, but just in case they do, let's give ourselves powerful. They're all blue, actually, except for the first guy. I think he didn't really get the mail or something. Yeah. True. Alright. Zek has draw. Navalea's got nothing but draw. Alright. Is that a turn? Seems like a fake turn. Are we just going to play enough cards without actually dealing direct damage to blow this guy up? Almost. Almost. Nearly got there. Would have gotten there if we played Scourge first. But we're fine. Okay. So far, I'm enjoying this Maluka variant. I'm going to take another Curse of Fragility. We genuinely need more of those. Okay, we get in for free, right? Yeah, these cheap tricks don't stop Navalea. Thank goodness. These guys are immune to slow. We could remove 2 cards. I do want to remove 2 cards, but Hexproof might be one of the worst things we could possibly face. But this is not one of the worst teams we could possibly face. So let's try to at least do it. It's sketchy, though. It's a very sketchy take. Okay. That's a start. We have both books in hand. Excellent. Okay, we actually got some slows going. This isn't too bad. Is Nyrada as good as she looks? Well, she's a mage healer, so she is good. Her level ups are awkward. I don't really know what to do with her still, but Curse Mirror is not the worst. I mean, it's interesting that you place out any hero, right? Kind of preserve. Revealing Presence doesn't do anything, so that part is probably worse than it looks. If that's a question. So that's a... Who are these randos? Who are these randos? What do you mean? These are all base game enemies. I think she's more on the weaker side, but she's definitely weird, yeah. Like, by nature of being a dual class character, maybe she's as strong as she can be, but... Alright, we can give a quick look here. Wow, I like this look. Alright. I meant, why are they in the desert? Random combats. Maybe they just like the sun. They just like how the desert feels. You know? They're really enjoying it. Living it up. Do I really want this Pestilence? Pestilence, without being upgraded, is kind of not great, but it's also one of the better cards I have. So I guess we'll keep it. Vacation trip? Yeah. Vacation trip. That makes a certain kind of sense. Okay, we actually did get through the buffer on a lot of these enemies. So if there's ever a turn we can hurt them, it's maybe just this exact turn. And no other turn. Okay. Is there an enemy we need to slow down? Maybe this guy. He does damage later. It's spooky. More Dark Explosion. Let me just see who it hits, I guess. Wow, we're close on the Dark Explosion there. But it's not quite gonna hit. gonna do the dark damage now while we can before they get their next round of hexproof. Hexproof is so bad for us. Also, did they try to shackles me? No, they Thorn Eater me. Well, Navalea gets slowed anyways. What's new? We can speed her back up. Now, I do want to draw some clarities where Navalea gets to go first. Oh, we're not going to be able to leech at all. This applies in one lump sum, so we just play this for 0 value. Hope to make up for it later. We can clarity Navalea. That's solid. Yeah, we're just not gonna get through with these leeches. And I'm gonna have to live with that. I was gonna say live through that, but it's not quite right. Okay, Zek. Kinda counting on you big time. Hey, we got through the dark. He's actually very good for getting through the dark. Okay, you hit the front hero twice. We kind of heal. No, you hit random hero. Sure, fair enough. Okay, Velarion's getting hurt. It was a sketchy fight from the onset. But maybe we're okay? Really need the dark explosion changes. Or charges. We need dark charges. You won't die to base damage. You probably die to Curse of Shadows. So I guess let's do that. Kind of solves our turn a little bit. Spider's not going to die anytime soon, but we could slow them down. If we do that, we're giving up on probably beating this guy. I think we might have to do that anyways, though. We're at 19 dark. That's super spooky. We're going to draw Dispel? Nope, not a guarantee. Uh-oh. Hey, they healed off my fire and poison. Neat. that was really funny. They blew themselves up by attacking Navalea. You know what? That Curse Mirror interaction was all worth it. Now Zek's gonna be delayed. I need some healing. We have to get through their buffer. This gets rid of the most buffer, technically. Still aren't going to be able to... Oh, maybe we could have had a leech turn. Still can have a leech turn. My goodness. We're going to make it. We're going to heal back up. I don't know for how much, but for a lot. Beautiful. And I'm going to life tap for that conviction as well. It's worth it. Okay. Honestly, beating a hexproof here is kind of insane, so... we'll take what victories we can get. Cool. Whew. Okay, but is the card pool enough to be like A tier, B tier? Probably. Probably B tier or A tier. One of those. Maybe like lower A tier. Like, I think what's hard is that she's directly competing with Velarion and Maluka. So, like, there's going to be things that you'd want those two for. But being a mage healer is also just a really good class. Why did Velarion take so much damage? I was trying to figure that out in my head, but I couldn't. We're Once you get Putrefaction, Nyrada's level 3, you'll be fine. Yeah, I agree. Like we'll be fine. I'll take this Arcane Drain even though it's the wrong kind. Do we take a Pummel to be funny? The funny ha-has? I don't think so, but it appealed to me. The notion was interesting. I'm going to skip a Drain Life. I took out the other one. Still don't think I need it. I still don't think Muluka will ever get picked again. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I don't know. Like, she has a smoother early game in terms of heals. Maluka could use an update. Maluka. Yeah. I do like Pummel. But probably only as a last resort. For a dark immune enemy. That's literally the only reason we'd be taking it. But no, we're going to be level 3 on Navalea. We should be fine. And we get the card remove, right? Oh. Did I not still have something bad in the deck? I swear I thought I still had something bad in the deck. Well, I mean, plenty of bad cards, but not the ones I thought I had. Okay, I think I've gone overboard on Velarion. Now that I think about it, we're going to get rid of that Arcane Drain. Could have just taken some shards. It's fine. Going to take away Clarity for now as well. Can't remove anything in Nyrada's deck. Sorry, Nyrada's deck. Still can't freaking get that right. Then we're going to get rid of a Dark Pact. And hopefully not need it. Okay. And we all leveled up. Okay, this is a huge level up for us. So Dark +2, and also Dark enemies reduces resistances by an additional 1.5% per charge. Actually incredible. Dark Mercy is going to heal us. So now on Zek's turn or other people's turns when we're applying Dark, we're going to get healed. We're going to be going for the... Applying Bleed on enemies also applies Burn Dark on the sides. Now we're going to be going for the Voracious, +1 Leech. Leech heals are pretty big, and then Scourge. It's going to be big. We curse her for what she's done. We get Corrupted card chances. This is it. Get the Tome of Intellect. Corrupted. Guaranteed. It's so beautiful. Alright. Other things we could corrupt is like Scroll of Intellect or something. Divine Power. These are options. Didn't actually take the perk on anybody. But we might as well try corrupting these, right? We're going to reset if they don't get corrupted. Not going to care that much. Actually, corrupted Pestilence seems pretty good too. Why not get the best of both worlds? Quick load. Okay. We're not going to level up every time before this. So let's just do this till it succeeds. Wait, is that 54 still the same? That looked the same to me. Ooh, Expected Prophecy. That's also really good corruption. This Pestilence is still the same. Okay, fascinating. And it's the same on a per card basis. Why is this so different? Okay. A lot of original heroes could get buffed at this point. Most of them are really strong. Maluka is sitting alone. Maluka needs help. I think Tholes could use a bit of a starting deck upgrade. Tholes could use like some small weapon stuff. I think that'd be really cool and fitting for his deck and would not be overpowered. He's an awkward character for a lot of people to build. Not that he isn't strong, but Tholes could use an upgrade there. Yeah, there's a number of upgrades I would love to see made to the heroes to make them feel more honed in on what they're good at. So like you have reasons to play them over other heroes. I think they've done a really great job for a game that has like 26 heroes. they've done a great job of making each hero feel like they have something they excel at more than others. It's one of the reasons I've been playing this game for so long. Okay, so we know Tome of Intellect's a success in the same way that we know this Divine Power is a success, right? Because it was actually based on the card, is what it seemed? Or is it based on the hero? I guess let's find out. Let's test it on Curse of Shadows for no reason. It's based on the card. Okay. We were learning something. So if your game is locked on what's getting rolled, then it's the card itself that's the percentages. That's interesting. Which original characters would you not change? I probably wouldn't do much to Reginald. I think Reginald's got a really strong starting kit. I think a lot of them... The only thing about Reginald is that their starting deck sucks, but it sucks by necessity because he's like the starting character. So... None of them are like bad, but yeah, this game doesn't really have any bad characters. But none of them are, but loads of the OGs have newer dual classes that can do a lot of their skill set. Kind of, I mean, a lot of the OGs level ups are better. Although I'm liking this discussion. I'm enjoying this. It's got me thinking. It's also got me... got me really, like, not sure what I'm going to do here. Divine Power. I mean, we might as well get, like, a bunch of purples, right? Could I get, Sorry, wait. There's really powerful purples we can get. Not this fortune telling. Fortune telling purple. Kind of the opposite of powerful, huh? Can I get this expected prophecy purple? No. Expected prophecy will not be purpled. Okay, well, let's find out if this divine power gets purpled. Yes. But not pestilence. Wait. Oh, it just changed. Now I don't know how any of this works. Okay, that's a lot of thinking to do. We know Tome of Intellect's automatically a success, though. 54. Oh, no, it changed now. Why did it change now? Wait, what? Did I just have to re-roll enough? And the game's like, sure, now we'll change for you. Don't worry about it. What? No. I don't believe it. What? Okay, something super weird. I don't hate this transmission upgrade, actually. Even, I mean, Scroll of Intellect upgrade would be really good. This transmission upgrade is pretty solid for what we're trying to do. I would like this expected prophecy upgrade. Come on, just one time. I can end here. Yes, okay. We can end there. Or I could try to upgrade something that we don't really care about, that we could see leave. Could be a Scry. Scry's not terrible. Yeah. I wouldn't change Eve, though. Yeah, Eve is really good. Eve is pretty strong at the start. OG characters are cracked. I mean, it really depends on what you mean by cracked. None of the characters, like all of the characters are viable and good. It's really just on what you think different characters excel at over others. But part of that's playstyle, right? Like part of it's how you're going to play the game. So we could upgrade this Arcane Drain, but there's no real reason for that. I guess like I could upgrade this transmission and I wouldn't hate it. I'd almost prefer the Scroll of Intellect though. Almost certainly prefer the Scroll of Intellect. That's a tough one. Could do this Fanaticism. Could do this transmission. We could do this transmission. I didn't buy an upgraded Scroll of Intellect on Navalea. I'm just realizing that. Am I dumb? Okay, this would make a big difference. All right, cool. We spent all our shards and everything's good, and we're gonna never worry about that ever again. Now let's level up. We get Scourge, get Leech, get Dark Mercy, get Putrefaction. So we are 2.5 million stronger than we were before. And we still don't care about our rare equipment shop, though. Well, actually, with 30% discount, a rare equipment shop in Act 2 could still be Bloodletter's Fang. So let's take a look. Maybe Bree, her Queen of Thorns is meh, and Vitality sucks on her, so Vitality card could get help, just like Maluka's. Yeah, I agreed. Like, Vitality's not that strong, like, in general, in high madness levels. Rather, it is strong if you have a huge abundance of it, and there are ways of getting it. But it doesn't feel good to play with early. And I think that's one of the harder parts. Now, you don't have to invest as much like perks into it, which is what makes it very strong. But yeah. I think if you roll random on 3 characters and select the 4th, it's always possible to make a viable comp. I actually would go further than that. I think if you roll a random 4 characters, it is always possible to make a viable comp. Yeah. You know what? Honestly, I might try to prove that point at something. Maybe that'll be another challenge I'll do at some point. Because I think I actually believe that. Wait, we need speed, don't we? Yeah, because I can't slow down enough people. Well, unless I can slow down enough people. Now we're thinking. Now we're in the danger zone. Okay. Oh, when you can't slow down a captain, always slow down a captain. Wow, that leech heals a lot. Okay, I can't wait to change over these scrolls of intellect. If you have decent RNG, yeah, I agree. I mean, even without decent RNG... Like, that was sort of the idea behind my no restarts challenge, but if the only challenge is that the heroes are randomized, that's a lot less of a challenge. Like, it's a lot less difficult. It depends on what other restrictions you have on it. Like, in terms of, like, how you feel about restarting, like quick loads on, in terms of, like, restarting Corruptors or not, right? Like, whether you want to try Corruptors. That would maybe make it a lot harder, because you wouldn't always play more risky when you felt like there was a chance. I guess part of the things that Corruptors just do. I should have looked at Zek still. We still need to scry for Zek. But it's an interesting thought. Looking forward to seeing you beat double captain fight with Bernard, Maluka, Tholes, Yager. I mean, genuinely, I think I could. like I know, like, it sounds crazy. But I genuinely think I could, because, like, as long as I can set their perks up beforehand and I know where each person's gonna be, I think I could figure it out. It would be awkward. It would be messy. Like, don't get me wrong. It would be difficult. But it wouldn't be that bad? Oh, we have too much dark application we're applying to ourselves now. That we gotta watch out for. Okay, and I only have so many curses I can do. Pestilence is still worse? No, Pestilence might be a better damage card now. Interesting. Oh, and we heal off the dark explosions. Right. That's another thing that I wasn't considering. Okay. Ow. Ow. We're fine. That's what one sharpened stealth will do for you, I suppose. Cool. Hey Josh, how do you unlock the character? I went to the portal of Valkras Red Zone and it said I need to go own the Obsidian Uprising DLC. Yeah, you need to go to the blue portal. Yeah, you have to go to the blue portal, go down to the boat. I need to update the video that I put out. You know what, I'll do that before I stream tomorrow. I should have time then. That video is out of date, and I just need to update it. Because things changed. Okay, so this works differently than how I thought it was going to work. Heal the most damaged hero for half the damage done. You know what? I thought that was going to be a better perk than it is. That's unfortunate. Still not like bad, but it's less good than I hoped. Okay, we have the purple divine power. That's here just in case, but dark explosion should do enough for us. We're just gonna heal to full. Wow, it's gonna be a great hand. We're so strong now. I'm not even worried about stuff anymore. Kill the boss and Nyrada will join your party, literally. Yeah, I mean, I think that's one of the problems is you... Well, I actually don't think you have to kill the boss, do you? She joins before the boss. Yeah, she joins right before the boss. But that's been the case for a while, right? I think. But yeah, the problem is that she does replace the character on your team. You're gonna die to dark explosion, aren't you? Yeah. Wow. Are we strong now? This run's really going somewhere. And I have 8 minutes left before I have to hop off, so this is great. Hey, we can pick up another pestilence. I mean, we're trying to deal damage to the dark explosion, so like I feel like the 2-cost one is the one we want. And I'll take it right now. Maybe it's not worth taking. You know what? Actually, no. No. We'll restart. I was like, which restart button do I use? I'm not going to take this. We're just going to like try for Endless Abyss, and that's going to be fun. Ooh. Yeah. Not gonna buy any of this. Not Bloodletter's Fang. Not interested. So then she did build it. Okay. Alright, everybody. We could use the money. We could really use the money in shards now. So if anybody can follow along where any of these golden shards are, that'd be super helpful. Particularly golden shards. Someone gold, that'd be good too. But let's find out. God, Jesus. It's so fast. Hell nah, I'm out. How do you kill Basset with this comp, by the way? Oh my gosh. We don't. Oh, man. Yeah, she joins before the boss, and she has a horribly overpriced deck before on the first run you play her. Yeah, she's pretty rough. It's a really rough join. Having someone join you mid-run is... not great unless you like build to have her in mind, which is also weird because her deck kind of sucks. I don't know. I'm not done it yet. Does that mean you can't go to the portal without getting her on your team now, or is it just one path? So you can go to the portal. There's a specific path within the dream portal. It's still the same as like when I had the guide. Yeah, I'm gonna update a video. I'm gonna do a new Threads of Dreams video. I was gonna do just a Nyrada like DLC character video. I'll do a short on the area and how to get there, and then I'll also do a short on Nyrada. Jeez. Alright, I think this was one of them. No. That was one of them? No. Well, you know what? At least we get self-esteem. So now we know golden shards are here and here. So this is gold, this is golden shards. Let's just get the self-esteems out of the way. This is gold? This is golden shards? Wait, that was gold? No, wait, this is golden shards? Then this was golden shards? No, 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 no. Wait, what am I doing? Am I just bad? The answer is yes. Oh. I just saved the game and I'm like, oh, I want to load again. No, we need to... I need to do better than that. Do I need to do better than that? No. Do I have somewhere to be in 15... Sorry, in like 5 minutes? Yes. That's fine. I'm actively grabbing these low self-esteems. Okay, that's gold. So that's gold. Golden shards. Basset's Grace. Where'd Basset's Grace go? Went up here, right? No? Oh, God. We have to find the gold in one go. It's right next to each other. Dang. I can accept that. Fine. I got somewhere to be. Hey, okay, so Akfar Marsh, Rising Minstrel, who's brought to another world. What kind of music did he play? What kind of music was this? Was it rock? Folk song? I don't remember this one at all. It was rock. Easy. Boy. Okay, yeah, so we have Durandal here. Don't really care about Durandal. I guess we don't hate Golden Chalice. Guess I could take it over Zil, Runestone. And recovering some HP is kind of in theme with the run. Sure. Wait, no. Oh, wait. I have a better move. Hold up. We're gonna take some Endless Abyss, right? So we might as well have it cost -2. It's a big brain plays. Alright. Rock, is this a new riddle? Yeah, of course it was, because it's skin. Yeah, I mean... Look. Hey, Velarion could get an upgraded Divine Power. That's... Don't have to work hard for that after all. Would I rather just have money? I think I'd rather have money. That's weird. Yeah, Divine Power isn't like the main theme of this run. So we're gonna skip a Corrupted Divine Power and go for money. Sure. Sure, sounds like a thing you could do. It's definitely a thing that can be done. Bye all. Goodbye, HG. Thanks for joining. Always nice to have you here. Well, nice to have you here. It's nice to have everyone here. I just like hanging out. Ooh. Do we want that scry? No, we can dig deeper, right? We can go for more. We can be greedy. We can be greedy. Yeah, we have so much energy and stuff on Zek. Let's get better stuff for Nyrada here. Perfect. There's just a little baby Divine Power. That's fine. Then a tiny little dig deep. Then we can Arcane Drain here for actually a big Dark Explosion. Interesting. So the chill that it added on popped Dark, but I don't think it popped Dark for the Leech, or rather it didn't get used up on the Leech. Because I guess all the Leech gets absorbed instantly. That's a weird interaction I wasn't thinking about before. Okay. Curse of Decay is always the weird one where you want to play it early, but you also want to play it late. So that it's cheaper forever. Slime has like horrific resistances, right? We want to get rid of those. Cool. They're gone. Slime's gone. Alright, Malicious Eye is 6 dark now. That's so spooky. Five dark gives minus 13 resist. That's so nice. Nice of them to do that for us. Alright, might as well heal up. And then, oh, I'm gonna be a ton a bit late. Well, that's fine. We'll finish this out. We can do this. It just means I need to play faster, so let's not bury the lead here. We're gonna win. We're gonna just need to play, I don't know, something, anything to draw more cards in Zek's deck, and that's probably enough. Sure. Good. Money was good. Precaution. What I want with precaution? Hero, get rid of vulnerable, do other stuff? Nah. They keep tempting me with this pestilence. I think I'm gonna keep saying no, because we have a plan. It's a dumb plan. But I like it. Alright, we sap the power from the Lich. They're fast, they're painful, they have bounce targets. We drew Shadow Imbuement first turn, so all's fine. Give him Decay even. I forgot Precaution exists. 400 shards is criminal. Told you yellow is horribly bad. We spent 1,400 shards at the altar, Kevon. Not sure this counts. Nothing to do with purpling cards before? Yeah, right? Show me proof. Dang it. You got me. Wait a second. I don't have proof. You got me. I guess we could just, like, Arcane Drain them or something. Like, we just pop Leech on a guy. Then we hope to pop Leech on the other guy. Divine Power here. Just finish this quick. I know it's supposed to be the Dark Explosion team, but it's beyond what I'm supposed to do stuff, so we gotta do what we can here. Speed things up a little. Show me proof waiting. I'd have to check the VOD, I guess. That doesn't right. It looked like a purge, and for some reason I was like, that's not a purge, right? Could have been a purge, but it's not. Okay, so we have the curse thing, but we don't have the curse of decay, unfortunately, and we don't have the super draw, so we just have to deal with not having the optimal turn here. I hate that. That's so sad. Okay, we have to be very careful about our Dark Pop on Zek. Maybe we do need to play the other card. Scroll of Intellect. Hey, we have Curse Torment. That's a way to get Big explosions going. 1, 2, 3. Good job, Navalea. Knew I could count on you. Navalea is going to be doing more damage by the end of the run, isn't she? She was the hero we all needed. I actually don't know if this is better or not, but we'll play it like it is. Sure. Imagine actually getting faster than him on a fight. Would be quite interesting. Fortune telling. Yeah, these are the cards. Those are the ones we wanted. Zek's gonna damage himself with Dark, and that's gonna be okay for us. We accept that. That's part of the cost. This guy has 5% Dark resist still? After all that? After minus 48 and minus 25? He has 5% Dark resist still? That's crazy. Well, now it's negative 10. Alright, we're gonna pop Dark. Doesn't do anything to us. We just shrug it off and say whatever. Alright, Dark Explosion. Still leaving Navalea outshining the main damage dealer. Navalea is doing so much work. Wow. I've seen more Winter Orbs here. We had a corrupted one on Velarion, and now we have 2 upgraded ones of different types on Navalea and Nyrada here. Guess we should have been a cold team, but that's fine. Whatever. There's an argument to take Winter Orb on Navalea as well, but we shall say nay. We'll save, we will loot, and we'll probably end up going to the Snowland tomorrow. Tomorrow around 2 p.m. PST, hopefully. That should be the right time. Every 2 turns is not so good on that. I'd rather have Architect's Ring on somebody important, but I guess we don't really care about any of these now that I look at it more deeply. Yeah, I suppose like you could do Ninja Scroll on Velarion and then eventually we can replace the cloak with something more useful. Sure, I buy that. Let's take gold. 1,200 shards, and we did so much. Okay, I'm going to save it here, and I hope you all have a great day or night wherever you are, and I'll see you tomorrow.